The views, opinions, and wild ramblings expressed on this podcast are strictly those of our hosts and do not reflect the thoughts, values, or overly serious policies of their employers, sponsors, advertisers, or anyone with a legal team. All scenarios we discuss are based on past experiences, most of which we barely survived, and have nothing to do with any of our current jobs or employers. Basically, don't sue us. We're just here for the laughs, not the lawsuits.
Welcome to the Four Friends Trying to Figure Out HR, the podcast where we blend workplace drama, HR nightmares, and a way too much oversharing into one wildly inappropriate package.
Your hosts, they're a real dream team. First, we have Mama Mel, the HR queen with a knack for keeping it real and breaking the rules when nobody's looking.
Heavy on the no one's looking.
Next, we have Dr. Green, the one with all the fancy-ass degrees and the questionable sense of humor.
E equals MC squared.
Such a nerd. I'm the Big Llama. I come for the big laughs, the bigger opinions, and absolutely zero filter, because I don't even know what that word means. And last but not least, we've got Jake from HR. He's not wearing any khakis, and it's questionable if he's even wearing pants, but he is here to ensure that we're breaking HR guidelines just for fun.
I'm always here to judge.
So buckle up, grab your handbook, maybe a cocktail, and join us as we figure out HR one awkward scenario at a time.
Welcome back, everyone, to Just Four Friends Trying to Figure Out HR, where today is the game of hunger. HR Hunger Games. Are y'all excited? Are y'all ready?
I'm always hungry.
Question mark.
Ready to burn it down.
Response ever. And Jake from HR is going to burn this mother down.
Listen, you say hunger, I'm like, yeah, I got to eat. So.
But it's potluck style.
Oh, no, I'm not eating. I'm on a diet. Wegovy.
Wegovy.
I'm on a diet too. I got the sun chips. They're healthy, just saying.
I was about to ask Dr. Green, what is the snack of the night?
See, good question. And then my drink of
sun
choice
chips?
is, of course,
The
No, I have
Monster.
to say, I say this almost every episode, but drinking a Monster at this time is wild. It's diabolical. You're playing with fire.
So today I will be your narrator, your guide, and possibly your emergency contact as we enter the most dangerous arena in the workplace, HR.
Dun, dun, dun.
Listen,
As long as we're not doing another episode of I just don't like their tone.
Listen, this better not be a group chat. Let's just go.
Worse, today we enter the HR Hunger Games. Yay!
Yeah.
May the odds be ever in your employee file.
I love it when Mel does this.
I volunteer for overtime.
It's tribute. I love those movies. That's why I'm getting all the references finally.
I've never seen a single one.
I've seen parts and pieces. So don't.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch the comedy version of it. It is hilarious.
Are you talking about the one where she says, "No, you contribute for me." Throws the parody version. I did see a clip of that, and that was some funny stuff.
But it's not. It's funny, but it's not as funny until you've seen the real thing.
True.
Well, if somebody ever threw me in front of them and said he volunteers for tribute, oh hell no.
No.
I feel like the Hunger Games is very appropriate for this with this new what is it called? The habanero virus out there.
The Hunter virus.
I feel like we're about to go into lockdown again.
Don't do that. Don't say that.
Listen, no, but hold on. Since we're having our squirrel moment, like, have you seen the discourse about keeping those people in the boat or sinking the boat? Like, I can't believe people are saying these things on social media, but like, and I get it. Some of it's for clicks and for like to get attention, but a lot of people are like, leave them on the boat, take one for the team. You're getting 3 square meals a day. Everything's paid for. Just enjoy your extended vacation.
I saw a meme that had a finger on the ship and it was sinking it.
We all know it wouldn't be the first boat the government made disappear.
I swear, we need to talk conspiracies one night on this podcast.
We do. We'll have to do our favorite conspiracy theories. All right, let's get back to the games of the hunger.
The games of the hunger. So
that involve no food, Llama. No food.
Right.
Which actually, this kind of makes me a little bit more hungry. But today's episode is Cupcakes, Cowards, and Confidential Complaints.
All right.
The untouchable HR topics people whisper about. They avoid it in the meetings and then somehow expect HR to fix it by Friday. How many of y'all have ever been like dealt with like I need this done by tomorrow?
Oh, I hate that. And
no,
you don't really need it tomorrow.
It's the Friday morning fiasco that ensues, and then you ask them, well, when did you know that this was due? Oh, I knew about it on Monday. And you waited until Friday morning to tell me that you need this massive spreadsheet done. Okay, all right, cool.
This is what kills me, right? Like on a Friday, they're like, oh, we need it for this big meeting, this big staff meeting, this big end of the week meeting, whatever. And we know damn well there is not one Teams meeting happening after 2:00. Like,
exactly.
They're canceling, they're rescheduling, they're checking in. They're like, let's just make this a quick check-in. We're good for Monday, and then they close it out. Meanwhile, you've spent your entire Friday trying to get this stupid report, and they don't even use it.
Facts.
Well, today we're going to talk about the employees everyone is afraid of. One of those kind of things. Managers who want HR to be the bad guy.
Ooh.
Executive exception problem.
Mm-hmm.
And the nice toxic employee. Those are the
Not Becky?
Becky in this case will be Becky Jr. because Becky Jr. is sweet and soft and kind. I don't know why I said soft, but
yeah.
She's soft.
Are you sniffing her hair?
Sniff that right there. There you go.
Sniffing these issues over here. And then the confidential complaint that's already been shared with half of the office. So basically workplace chaos, but with benefits.
Ooh.
So let the games begin. Segment number 1, the reaping. Game is I volunteer as tribute, unfortunately. In the Hunger Games, every host must draw a tribute topic. Y'all guys don't have to worry about it. We're all going to discuss the topics, so we're not going to draw anything. Plus, y'all are in different locations. But I liked it because it said the bowl of bad decisions. I need to keep that, the bowl of bad decisions. Each topic represents a workplace issue that nobody wants to talk about, but everybody recognizes, especially if you're in HR, immediately.
What? Why am I picturing people? You know what? I'm picturing people already. Like this is good visualization.
I thought you were not me. Attacked at that moment, my friend.
No, I don't feel attacked. I feel like I'm going to attack others.
Okay. Well, sounds like we've already started. So, Mama Mel, you're up first.
Okay, I pulled the employee everyone is afraid of. So the person whose mood determines the weather in the department. Oof.
Look, I hate this person, right? Like, why are we afraid of them? Why are we giving them so much power? Right? Like I don't know. It's
So what? So okay, what characterizes this person, or what earns this person the title of the employee everybody's afraid of? The only people I'm afraid of at my company are the IT guys, and
You're afraid of IT?
yeah,
they have power.
they have power, and maybe also the cleaning staff. Maybe also the cleaning staff.
Okay,
telling
I
you.
think the ones not really afraid of. I'm not afraid of any of them, but I think the ones that people are afraid of, the ones who have been there for a couple decades, 'cause they know everything,
Oh shit.
and then they're the ones that know where the skeletons are hidden, which is why they're not gone when they should be. You know, all those kinds of things. Those are the ones that worry me the most, for the pure fact of being afraid. But then, of course, everybody always says, oh gosh, this executive, I'm afraid of going talking into them, or I'm afraid to go tell them because I'm afraid they'll get mad. And like, we're still humans, you know?
But you touched a good point. Is the employee that we're all afraid of always in a leadership position?
No, not in my opinion. Anybody want to say why?
I don't know. I'm afraid of the cleaning staff. They know all the
They're going to poison your food. It's not even on your list.
Well, the most effective ones know that you're afraid of them, like certain admin staff, right? That hold the keys to the kingdom. And so they know you better not piss me off, or you ain't getting that thing approved, or you're not going to get this in front of the boss, or I'm not going to hook you up with, that email you need at the last minute where, I don't know. It's like they know they hold the power and they wield it with some delight. So isn't
there different levels of fear though?
Yeah.
I mean, you have that one employee that we're all fearful of because of the power they hold. You have that employee that we're all fearful of because they make the most accusations that are all substantiated, but they make them so often and so regularly. It's like, if you hold them accountable, it can kind of potentially look like retaliation against them. We have the one employee who slept with half the site, so they're friends with everybody.
Oh, shit.
Friends with benefits.
Mm.
Not the channel and vision kind.
There's that one employee who's sleeping with the boss, and everyone thinks they have all the power.
Because they're going to cut that off once the executive doesn't know what they're supposed to do.
There's different levels of fear. I just think it depends on your specific building you work in, and even potentially your team.
Think about what popped in my head, which was funny, because when me and Jake from HR worked together, there was a site, and super, 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 super freaking jealous that when I went to visit the site, they had like cafeteria style, like tacos over here. They had like, a cafeteria, and it brought to my mind of, don't piss off the cafeteria lady. She will spit in your food. She will poison your ass.
You don't fuck with people who fuck with their food or fuck with your food.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Please don't.
I don't care. I don't care if that shit's ice cold. I ain't saying nothing.
I was about to ask, so do you guys return your food?
No, never. Not a never, ever.
Okay. No. I have to. Okay, look. If I go to a steak place and my steak that cost $40 for that one steak, 5-ounce piece of meat, because it's about this from here to here. If I said I wanted medium rare and it's well done,
no fuck,
I am not eating that steak. I'm so sorry. It must have gotten mixed up. Like, I try to play it down. Hey, I think
Dr. Green, you have eaten saliva. I'm just telling you right now. I'm telling you right now.
No, but you're stupid and you can't get my damn steak right.
I'm just telling you, you've eaten some saliva. That's all I'm telling you.
What's that movie with Jennifer Aniston? She's a waitress, and there's guys, and they're oh gosh, what's his name?
Jennifer Aniston, Dax Shepard,
Dane Cook. Dane Cook's in it. Yep. And
there's one called Waiting. I know that, but
that's it. That's it. It's waiting. It's waiting. Where they go and they start scratching her head and all the white stuff goes onto it.
Oh, Lord. That's why I don't send my food back.
And then he rears back.
Like,
some
you know what? I'll send.
Us.
I'll only send it. I won't send it back. I'll just say something's missing. Right? Like, for example, like if like it comes with rice, right? And it's supposed to be mashed potatoes or something. I'll be like, oh, I asked for mashed potatoes. Like, no, I'll take it. No, I'll just take an extra side of it. It's fine. I'm not saying you're not taking my plate back.
Alex gets mad at me because we'll be at a restaurant and I'll get up and go get my own damn refill. I'm not bitching at the server.
Oh shit.
I would. Yeah,
no.
I'm not bitching at the server. I'm gonna go get my own refill. I'm gonna go get my own tea. We've gone to Golden Corral where like the waitress just never comes back. So I'm like, I just take all the kids' cups and we just go and I'm just go get my own refill. And they're looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, just getting a refill. Just getting a refill.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Don't mind me. I'll take my 50 cents an hour.
I'm like, I'm not.
If
Y'all
my
eating
steak
saliva.
comes back well done, I'm gonna eat that beef jerky. And I'm gonna do it happily.
I'm gonna eat that beef jerky.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Oh.
So
okay.
when we think about that one employee that we fear, what is the best way to get rid of them? How do we hunt them down?
Oh, behavior.
Oh, I think you beat them at their own game. But like I'm not gonna do it. Like I'm gonna enlist the three of you and be like, how do we do it?
You become a chief petty officer.
Oh.
A chief petty officer with a certification and documentation.
That's it.
I like that. That's pretty good.
So there was a situation where there was an employee at a recent previous employer, and it was very, very hard to get rid of this individual. The only way we were able to really get rid of him was the fact that we received anonymously a voice recording where we were able to concretely identify them on the video. And the things that they were saying were so egregious, so terrible, that even if we would have got hit with unemployment, we would have accepted it because we wouldn't have lost any other kind of claim. So most companies don't allow recordings, but in this situation, we didn't ask for it. We received it anonymously. And I will say in some companies, they'll probably shun like HR for using it or wanted to use it. But the things that were on this video that they admitted to, that they were saying their own admissions of what they had done, it was too much. You can't turn a blind eye. So sometimes you got to break the rules to get rid of the people that know how to break the rules and get away with it. And I work in HR, and that's terrible to say that. This is why it takes a special person to be in politics, because when you have to win a game against other people that are dirty, you have to get dirty yourself. You have to lose a part of your soul for a moment to get rid of them.
Is it for the greater good? Is the bigger question.
I mean, if you think about the culture of a company, the turnover that they cost, the productivity that they're affecting, then yeah, it absolutely is for the greater good. The question is the lesser of two evils still evil?
Like two wrongs don't make a right.
But two wrongs do equal two accountabilities.
I always like to say, if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. But,
is that what you tell Mama Llama?
No, that's a song about a cheater. No, I don't want to say that.
No, that's like 1960s song or something.
Right.
It is. Okay, so I think that's the name of the song. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. It's a guy, right? It's a very romantic song, starts it off, and then he says, knowing I got a wife and two little children depending on me too. And I'm like, oh shit. Song takes a left turn real fast. But
okay.
Anyway.
Well,
I just want to say one last thing about this employer everyone is afraid of. So let's say this with was it 10 toes down, chest out? Fuck that employee.
Stay with your chest.
Exactly. Fuck that employee. I don't fear anybody anymore. I used to. I don't fear anybody anymore. I respect people and I give them their proper respect, rank, title, all that stuff. Doesn't mean I'm afraid. So if there's somebody people are afraid of, I will either challenge them or I will just go about my business, right? Like I will plow through whatever the process is, even though people have always like tried to circumvent that person. Don't go through so-and-so because you're never fuck her. I'm just gonna go and say this is the process. And then if she doesn't like it or doesn't want to do it, then okay, no problem. I don't give a shit anymore. So
does your statement stand if Mama Llama was on the other side?
Oh, that's different. That's not business. The rules of HR do not apply. I fear Mama Llama for sure. I fear and respect and worship at the altar of Mama Llama. So no, I will not. You trying to get me divorced up there? What's wrong with
you? My saying that I say, because I say it because bad always shoot itself in the foot.
You and your sayings.
Well, the saying is that they're not going to get away with it. They're going to end up shooting themselves anyways. And so back in the military, some people would shoot their foot, with their M16, and so that they could get out of the war. Well, you shot yourself in the foot. It doesn't mean you're going to get away with it. So bad behavior, bad people, bad things that you do always shoots itself in the foot. So you're always going to get hurt. And usually that means no job. So bad always shoots itself in the foot.
Sometimes I think people have like all the luck in the world, though.
Some people are just born lucky.
Some people worship Satan and get special gifts.
Well, there you go. HR tip of the night: do not sell your soul to Satan. Thank you.
Some worship the altar of the llamas, and so I wonder how much spit that gets. What luck you're getting from that.
And I will say when they get done doing the sacrifice, they put a sign outside their mailbox that says "Hate has no home here." It's kind of like doing an upside down pineapple on your cruise ship door. It's one of the symbols that everyone knows what it means.
Stop it.
All right, we're going to go to the second.
The good segue.
Second plot.
The plot thickens. So, Jake from HR. The topic for this will be the manager who wants HR to be the bad guy.
Coward.
Oh, I was hoping for the next one, but we can go with that one.
Well, we can swap. It's okay. Which one? You wanted the executive exception?
No, I wanted the problem employee or department mascot.
Oh, the arena game. It's time for the arena game.
The arena game?
Yeah, so here's the arena game. We're problem employee or department mascot. So I'll set the scenario and then you guys decide what it is. So we have an employee who is rude in meetings, shuts people down, and everyone avoids asking them basic questions. Are they a problem employee or are they the department mascot?
Throat punch them.
Yeah, exactly. Problem employee. Becky. It's a Becky.
Becky has many titles. I feel like this would be like Becky's older sister who's just a bitch. And her name is like Barbara. Barb.
Whoa, that's an old school name.
I don't know. I feel like the name that matches this more is Brittany.
Ooh. Good one. It's Brittany, bitch.
Brittany's always have the attitude. You know the old saying, you can be fat and jolly or a skinny bitch, and I feel like Brittany's that skinny bitch.
She's probably bald too.
Yeah, she got a wig on.
So,
no, weave on.
So the question I have here then is, it doesn't give enough detail, right? an employee is rude in the meetings. Didn't say an executive employee, a leader, or anything like that, whatever. However, I'll throw this in here. Emotional intelligence is very, very important when it comes to self-awareness. This person lacks emotional intelligence. For their self-awareness, they lack it bad, because going into meetings, if you're a leader, you have to show up. You can't just skate it out. You have to show up as a leader. And so, in saying that, shutting people down will also cause so many different types of dramas. But that's how you start instilling fear. And so, sure as hell, a problem employee.
So here's what I'll say. Like, okay, if you remove the title and just read what they do, it's a clean, like, that's a bad person, right? But when you add the title, it does change it a whole lot. Like, if this is project manager, we don't really care. Project manager, he's just an asshole. He shuts people down. Nobody really cares. He's working on his project in the corner. Shut up, move on. This is your boss. You're miserable. Like, the titles change the outcome of this big time. Yes. And I agree with that. But I think if we keep it at its purest level and we say, if this person is just rude in meetings, shuts people down, and everyone avoids asking them basic questions, you're a problem. You're a problem. You're a problem. You're a problem, right? But I get it. I get the dynamics of, if this is the boss, if this is so-and-so, this is, because it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference.
I disagree. We lost the Jake. I disagree, because it's the last piece of it that gets me. Everyone avoids asking you basic questions. It doesn't matter what level you're at. If people are afraid to ask you basic questions, especially if you're in HR, you are a bad employee. You are a problem. It cannot be that everybody else is wrong and you're right and you're set in your ways. And it doesn't matter if you are entry-level employee, C-suite employee. Now the audience changes, right? C-suite employees are not going to be shutting down agent-level employees, or they can if you're an asshole. But it rarely happens like that. But if people cannot ask you basic questions, then you are a problem employee.
Yeah.
Okay, agreed. Take it a step further then. The employee's direct, efficient, and gives blunt but respectful feedback. And people say they are intimidating. Problem employee or mascot?
There's it has everything to do with your tone and how you can be direct. You can be direct and efficient and give blunt but respectful feedback. You can do that, but you cannot take the position of superiority. You cannot be like, enough of that. No, let's move on. You're now next. No, you can say, I don't think that's our place right now. I don't think that's what we need to be talking about. I think we can always come back to that. Let's move on. Boom, or tell them straight up, like, hey, let's meet afterwards, and then go from and be like, look, next time you have something that's going to be from another meeting, like, hold it back. Like, I can have that conversation. It's when, where, how you engage. But I am direct. Like, I don't like to dance around an issue. I want to just tell you straight up. But there is a way to do it. That's not being a jerk.
When I also think that people automatically label something intimidating if it's not, like, wrapped in a bow and glitter. Like, to your point, I can absolutely say something and be direct, but that doesn't make me an asshole, and that doesn't make me intimidating. Also, and just because you don't like my response doesn't mean that I intimidate someone.
Don't forget, Mama Mel. Remember, several years ago, a certain someone was told that they were very intimidating because of how attractive they were.
It's never happened to me.
Really, it was me, though.
Bullshit.
So sometimes hotness and ugliness can be intimidating.
So, Big Llama, let's take the ugliness.
Well, I have been told I'm intimidating based on my size and how I carry myself in meetings. I have been given that feedback, and honestly,
go ahead. No, I was saying, tell me what you told me whenever we worked together. What did you say to me?
I've told you many things, but
this guy does this. This guy does that. He's really intimidating.
I'm.
So I was doing quote unquote 3 or 4 different roles in 3 or 4 different departments, and you said, "God, this guy's everywhere. Like this is intimidating." I'm like, I'm not intimidating, dude.
I'm gonna say maybe Big Llama was the only one that used the word intimidating to describe you. We used other words.
You're right. You already described me. Good looking. So let's continue on. So some people call anything intimidating when it does not come wrapped in glitter.
Yes.
And I like that because Mel, you jumped on that good.
What I want to say about that is sometimes when you spray some Glade on a fart, it just smells like a flowery fart.
Come on, let's get some Febreze on that fart. Let's go.
Clean sheet smell.
No matter what you spray on it, it's just going to be that scented, whatever it is. Shit. There's no like. How do you bullshit a termination? How do you throw a bow on a write up?
Oh,
you know, how do you make it sound nice when you accuse someone that's being accused of watching porn at work, and their coworkers saw them? Like, how do you throw glitter on those conversations?
Well, the glitter they probably come from body talk, but no, I don't think you can. I think there is. You have to. For me, I will hit you over the head with the information. I will say, this is why we're here. This is exactly what the problem is. And then if it's an acceptable, like if I see that you're receptive, I can then at the end say, well, this isn't the end of the world. Like, you made a mistake or this thing happened. Let's talk about how do we get better, right? And then that's when you wrap it up. But it has to be. See, the thing is, you got to know, and I've had this issue with many a manager in the former location, is they have to know why they are in that meeting, and they should know way before that for sure. But in that moment, there should be no question about what just happened or why was I in there. So like there's a lot of people try to put that bow on everything, and they're like, "Oh, it was a great meeting." I was like, "You just got written up. What are you talking about?" Like you just got like almost let go. Like, what do you mean it went well? Like, you should feel like shit at this point. But I don't know.
That's a good. Literally, I talked about this recently. You actually mentioned it, Big Llama. It was the fact of it's your tone. It's how you address it. It's how you bring it to the table.
Yeah.
Me, I want you to know that, thank you for your services. Unfortunately, due to certain circumstances that have come our way, we've decided just to go ahead and let you go.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Smooth, simple, sweet. And then there's no, you do avoid things like fired, terminated. So this term is let you go.
I hate we're going in a different direction.
I mean, that's better than we're going to have to promote you to a customer.
Oh, God.
That's awesome. I love that.
I would throw punch someone if you said you're promoting you to a customer. I flip the table. Even if it's a virtual meeting, I'm flipping my own table.
Like, do we call the cops on customers?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Continuing on. An employee has a reputation for going off. So managers avoid giving them assignments they may not like. Thoughts? Is this
I think that manager. No, I think that's a bad manager.
Yep.
Leadership failure.
Yep.
What was the failure?
I mean, the same thing that I would blame a parent for is you letting your kids lose their mind and you ain't showing them who's the adult and who's in charge. And then we want to blame civilization for their terribleness when it was the person that raised them or allowed them to act like that.
Becky.
Right. That's that soft parenting.
Soft parenting. There you go.
Yeah. Only difference is being their boss is you can fire them,
right,
and kick them to the curb. Where you can't really do that with your kids.
You can if they're 18.
I tell you what. Go ahead and go off. If I'm the manager, go ahead and go off when I say, "Hey, you've got this assignment. You're gonna have the next 6 assignments." I'm just, you know what I mean? Like I don't like if you legitimately have an issue, like other deliverables, maybe you've been on 3 projects, like express that, but like don't go off in the meeting or anywhere and be like, I'm not doing that, or I don't know, like I don't know, just shut up and do the work, or come see me afterwards and be like, listen, can we talk about this? Yeah. I'm really, really swamped right now. Like, that's a good adult way, but like the fact that you're going to go off, I'm going to tell you anyway. In fact, it would give me more incentive to give you that assignment.
See, you're nicer than me, because I would simply just, if it was in the middle of a meeting, I would look at that employee and say, you know what? I think there's a way for us to permanently remove all assignments from you. Come see me after the meeting.
You are my new employee. You have been promoted.
You have been promoted. No. I know I'm being facetious. I wouldn't actually say that in front of everybody.
No.
If they
done it
doing it though, I imagine
that word. I want you to know that.
Facetious, right?
He is the only person I know in this world that uses that word.
What about expeditiously?
I use that all the time, and I get made fun of for using the word facetious.
Well, that's because gingers aren't supposed to.
They don't even know how to spell that. For what?
Facetious.
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 I don't even know what that means.
I mean, if you want me to bring back my Alabama roots, I'm just being a smart ass.
Being a smart ass. Lord love a duck, or bless your heart.
Lord love a duck? What the
I don't.
My grandmother would always have this like funny saying, and it was it's kind of equivalent to bless your heart. And so when something would happen or somebody would do something stupid, she'd just shake her head and go, Lord love a duck.
Listen, Lord love a duck is the raisins in the potato salad of this conversation. So.
Salad. So we all agree, leadership failure, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So topic number 2 is the manager who wants HR to be the bad guy further. So take this as we're going to say that this is, whose lines and anyways, where the points don't matter, because we're not giving out points here. However, we're going to take Big Llama to this one, and we're going to say the tribute is one of HR's oldest natural predators, manager who wants HR to be the bad guy. Yeah. Now, some managers want the title, the authority, the office, that corner office that you get, and then, of course, the moolah. But the moment a hard conversation shows up, they try to hand it to HR like a hot casserole. Thoughts?
You are, in my view, you have no backbone. You are easily scammed on marketing calls. You're a coward, and I hope your phone rings on Scam Likely for the rest of your life. No, I mean, honestly, like employees can see it. Like you're afraid to own a decision, and that's a bullshit coward move that maybe you shouldn't be a manager. Like if you can't handle the accountability that comes with being in that leadership position, and you want to blame HR for poor decisions that you've made or poor decisions that have been made in your department, that's on you. That's on you, and it's transparent. And if you're a leader listening to this, your people know it and they can see it, and everybody knows like it's not HR's issue. Like you can't say that. Look, we didn't meet our sales goals, and HR is telling us to write you up. Really? Because I could give a shit what your sales goals are. Honestly, like this was it? That grinds my gears. Let's use an old person's theme.
Thank you, Peter Griffin. We appreciate that.
What grinds my gears?
I mean, I want to say who hurt you, but that's a whole nother call.
That's a whole nother therapy session.
I always need therapy, I think.
I am going to challenge you on all that anger and frustration and hatred that you just spewed. Because while I do agree with you, there are a handful of managers in the world that 100% fall in the category. In my experience, the majority of the managers do that is for one of two reasons. Either one, they have worked with a previous HR team that forced every decision to be filtered through them and delivered through them and made by them, and operations has absolutely no say-so in the final decision. The other part is they don't know. They don't know until they don't know. And I will personally say every company I've ever worked for, up to including my current company, if you want to change the culture, you have to start with managers, frontline leaders, and teaching them on, if you give them a direction, how do I deliver that without saying, oh, this is what I was told? How do I own it and enforce it even if I don't agree with it? If I want to hold an employee accountable, how do I do that, both in developing the accountability itself and how to hold that conversation, which sometimes does come from watching HR do it one or two times and then being the one that mirrors that and regurgitates the information while HR sits in the room and gives them feedback afterwards. They have to learn, because what's the biggest mistake we make when hiring managers is we promoted the best worker on the team, not the best leader, not the person that knows how to manage issues or culture or people. All they know how to do is they literally know how to put the desk together, and they were the best one at doing it. And we promoted them over people. So while I do agree with you that there are those that exist, in my experience, if the right HR people or the right operational leaders come along and they develop their team, that's a culture change, and they will see it in their teams. They will see it in their turnover rate. They will see it in their morale.
I like that. I
was gonna say, you know where I learned where accountability comes into play is in the legal arena, right? When you're in an arbitration or a legal proceeding, and when you talk to your HR attorney and they go, when they ask you who made the decision on the termination, you say the leader did. The supervisor is responsible, because we would make recommendations and we would, review the facts and give you comparators. But I have sat in a couple arbitrations where they go, as the HR, did you make the decision to terminate? Like, absolutely not. And that's what was told to me by an attorney. Like, that's not your role as HR. You're not the manager. You're not operations. So ultimately, I learned that like the managers who blame us for a lot of stuff get into trouble later on down the road. So that's how I learned it.
I like it. So we can advise, we can coach, we can review policy, create consistency, and avoid risk. But HR cannot be your manager's spine.
Right.
And so I like when you said that. I thought that was really cool. So the harsh truth, if you supervise employees, you have to supervise employees. That means setting those expectations. I hate when I have to say this all the time to leaders. You have to set expectations. Now, that doesn't excuse bad behavior and punching Joe in the mouth, but or Becky. I think Becky deserves a little punch in the face right now. So,
but it feels so good to punch. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. No. Intrusive thoughts.
Giving, you have to give feedback, and oh God, the part that I love when some of the managers, this is previous to where they would say, well, I put it on their annual review. Oh, you put on their annual performance review, that's something they did in January, and it's freaking October. Did you tell them in January? No, I waited so I could do the performance review. Okay, number one, you're the worst manager. Number two, have you ever heard of live feedback so that you wouldn't have to put it on a performance review? And you can say something like, he has caught on so well, and he's doing a great job here. I feel like there's a little bit of work he needs to do here, but he's doing fantastic over here. Get that good old-fashioned, peaceful, loving sandwich, the good sandwich. And so good, bad, and good. And you can put your performance review. However, the ones who, if you're doing something like, 6 months ago, Becky punched Joe in the face. And then we're like, wait, hold up, wait, what? You should have corrected the problem in the moment. Instead, you let it lie. And so documenting concerns. I need to ask you all this. This actually brings me to my own thoughts. You have somebody who is doing things, but there's none of it's verifiable. We'll say this, okay? We'll say you have 10 different incidents, 10 different violations, 10 different things, but it's consistent. It's like the same thing over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no evidence. Tell me your thoughts. What do you do?
Accountability based on pattern of concern. If the patterns align with one another and the witnesses that are reporting them don't come off as collaborating with each other. So if you can show through multiple complaints through different individuals that a similar concern has been repeatedly reported about an individual, you absolutely can write them up on crap, I forgot the word I just used. A pattern of concern.
Facetious.
A pattern. No, they might be a little facetious during the conversation, but no, a pattern of concern, because you can write them up based on repeated concerning behaviors that may not necessarily be substantiated. It won't be enough to support a term. It absolutely would be enough to utilize the verbal documentation, the verbal conversations you've had with them with each of those incidences to turn into a written. But there would have to be a really good plan of action put in place to help them understand how they need to change that dynamic. How do they change the culture, that pattern of concern that keeps getting reported?
Well, you answered my next question, which was managers love. Can we terminate them?
Oh, God.
I mean, as long as you don't give them a specific reason, and I'm in the state of Texas, you can terminate anybody for anything, as long as it's not a specific reason, because once you give them a specific reason, then you have to tell them why, versus I just don't want you to work here no more.
I love the way that you put that, because, most states, and I think there's one, so you don't quote me because I don't know every state's laws. And so that would be impossible, and I'm not doing that. However, there's one state I think that is not. There's only one left that's not an at-will state, and I think is that called? No, I'm not gonna guess it. But anyways, in our case,
Jason, look it up.
However, wait, what'd you say?
Jason, look it up.
Yeah, Jason will look it up. Thank you, Jason. However, there are still things that you can and cannot do, but there's things you can and will be sued for. And unfortunately, it could be a frivolous lawsuit, but it still costs time, money, effort, risk. There's so much that comes with it. And so EEO is always my favorite to hear, an EEO claim. And so even though we 1000% know that, no, he punched Becky in the face or whatever it is, that's why he was termed. Oh, it was nothing against him being 88 years old. He punched Becky in the face. See? So
yeah, Montana is the only state that does not.
Dang.
Who lives in Montana?
Who lives in? If you live in Montana, please reach out.
Yellowstone.
Other than Hannah,
the Yellowstone Ranch, Beth Dutton.
There's like 7 people in that town. They all want to kill each other. Like it's.
That's why you can't fire at-will people. There's no one else to work.
Right.
They don't have a body talk, Big Llama, okay? Not everybody has one in their neighborhood.
So what I will say, though, and this is something that I've been seeing more and more with certain large corporations, is outside of standard write-ups, verbal written finals, A lot of companies are starting to use things like letter of concerns, which are very similar to like PIPs, but they're utilizing them on employees that are showing concerning behaviors that are not changing. So while they may not necessarily be violating a policy per se, their behavior is starting to disrupt the business.
I kind of agree. Like if it's a constant issue that we're having to address and it impacts the work, I'm with it. But like again, there's ways to manage that. There is ways to get around that, even if it's unwarranted, right? Yeah, no, but I like that.
Okay. Well, let's get to our next game. Clock it. Next game. Yay. I don't know what clock it means, but I'm just doing it. Yeah. So, is it this or is it this?
I don't know. My fingers don't go like that. So.
Oh.
And you're using it wrong, you weirdo.
It's like Pac-Man. Dunk, dunk.
No. Read yourself.
Okay. Who said it? HR or a manager hiding behind HR? Time for our next game. HR said you need to stop doing that.
HR said it.
Oh. No, manager said that shit.
No, a manager said it because HR told him to.
Oh.
And instead of going back to the floor saying, people, we need to stop doing this, they went back and said, HR's bitching at me again.
No.
How many times have you ever been told that HR said that we couldn't do that? Or HR said I couldn't give you a raise? And we're like, we didn't say anything. We provided you with the question you asked or the answer that you asked about, which was.
Let me share this story with you. I had a supervisor ask me just a general question in a room, sidebar conversation. Hey, how do you feel about people touching each other? And of course, I knew what he meant, hugging and like touching on the shoulders between friends and like hugging each other. And I looked at him, I said, well, I said, as long as it's not in there, like, my no squares, don't touch me there.
No, don't touch me there.
I said, I personally cringe when I see people hugging and touching each other because I know what that can result in. But I said, there's no law, there's no rule that says you can't hug a friend as long as it's a receptive hug. So I said, that's my thoughts on it. 20 minutes later, I get two people in my office. We wanted to talk with you about your new policy. I'm like, what policy? Well, we're being told all over the building that you have created a new policy where we can't touch each other, we can't hug, we can't shake hands. I'm like, who said this? And I tracked it down to him having that general. He repeated my comment to one person that went and told the whole building. I created this. HR said, and I was like, I'm not having general conversations with people no more.
You try to feed them facts, like, there's no law against it. However,
know
your audience.
If you're going to hug each other, just make sure it's receptive, which means, and obviously I didn't go this in depth, but what I was trying to hope he envisioned was don't run up behind someone and grab them from behind where they can't see you. You don't know if they're consenting to this hug. Versus if you're facing each other.
That would be, but sure.
You've never seen people hug each other from behind?
I mean,
where someone walks up behind you and they just kind of like hug you. Most of the time you see it between like you walk behind your kid and you're like hugging them from behind. It's more.
That kid did not consent to that hug.
But the moral of the story is HR said, and HR didn't say crap.
Let me give this bit of advice, manager, leader, or person trying to advance. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't hug anybody. A handshake is enough. Fist bump, even better.
High five.
High five is too much.
You might slap them too hard. You might accidentally miss them and slap them in the face.
That's too much bro behavior. Again, fist bump, handshake.
When I get my high five.
You do not hug. You keep your distance. When they come in for the hug, you say, "I'm sorry, I don't hug. Thank you. Have a good day."
But know your audience, though. Like, I don't go and hug my boss. You know what I mean? Like, my
Never.
boss. You don't do those things. Like, and I don't go and hug my own employees.
And
What
yeah,
if
don't.
hug our
it's-
peers?
Big Llama, what if you don't want to shake their hand?
Then
Fist bump.
it's a fist bump or elbow.
No, what if
Like
you don't want to touch them at all? They just got off that cruise ship.
I'll be like, I'm Howie Mandel, and I'm a germaphobe. I have no problem. I have no problem with that. Like, it's just like is that nutmeg, right? In the thing. I'd be like, nah, I think I got a cold. Or if I know you coming off a cruise ship, I'll be like, hantavirus. No, thanks.
Hantavirus. I thought it was rotavirus or rotavirus. I don't know.
No,
It's the habanero virus.
The habanero virus. What? That's a J. Isn't
Okay, do you hug your peers?
No.
It depends on who it is, honestly, though, because people may not. You should know your audience. And number one, just don't do it on the first day. Okay.
Okay,
Wait
so
and know your audience.
I will be receptive with certain people giving me a hug. I never initiate the hug.
Never once. You can come in for it. I will either push you away or say that's not today. But
this is my no
square. Right.
My whole body is my no square.
I will say that I'll share this story. When I first met Jake in person, I hugged him, but I made my intention very clear. Like I was like, I'm a hugger.
Okay.
And he was receptive, and we like hugged it out. And then I turned around, and somebody in a leadership position was standing there, and I was like, "Hello, nice to meet you."
But he's not your people. You know your audience.
I will say I've seen good intentions get complaints. So my advice to everyone is I don't care if you're related to them. If you're at work, don't touch. Okay. Now, with that being said, of course, I'm receptive in certain selective situations with certain people where I will let them give me a very politically and professional hug. But I know, quit touching each other. And I get Mama Mel. I love the fact that you're like, I'm a hugger, but that's like, I'm a rapist. Like, just because you announce it doesn't make it okay.
That went zero. That escalated really quickly.
Real quick. We talked about me escalating real quick and going from 0 to nothing, but like that was fast.
Well, I'm just like the moral of the story is I love that you announce it, but just because you announce it doesn't mean the other person is going to stop you and go, no. Because you might hug them and then they file a complaint against you, and you're gonna be like, well, I told them I was gonna hug them. Did they say yes? Okay, hug me. Then you're in the wrong.
No, in my defense, I announce it before I initiate any type of proximity. Like, I'm a hugger and I wait. I'm not like, I'm a hugger. Come here. No, I wait.
No.
So I have had people just say, oh, it's nice to meet you. Okay, cool. Now, I also don't go around hugging everybody. But like if I saw one of you guys, I'd be like, I go in for a side hug.
Bring it in. That's what you say. Bring it in.
See, and once again, you got to know your audience, because I've had people try to give me side hugs before, and I'm going to be very literal. Nothing but boob, and I'm like,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
I'm like,
they touched my boob.
I'm like, I'm just like, it's like that is your no square. I don't want to touch you there. It's like,
but I gotta know, what is a professional hug? You mentioned professional hug.
Professional hug is where you get in a proximity to be able to have, just a very light touch on the back of the shoulders. If you're pressing your chest against each other, that's not professional. Okay. If you can feel their aura, you're close enough. If you can feel more than their aura, you're too close.
Listen, you feel my
Llama. Why do you look like you're body slamming someone?
Because that's the professional hug for me. Is the
your hug,
hand in, arm in here, and we like look. You see how my arm is between?
It's like we bring
the half
it in.
hug.
Yeah.
Like bring it in.
Oh hey
boom!
man, good job.
I'm hardly touching you, and I'm here. Boom! One tap, and you go back.
But I want to call something out. Okay, Big Llama treats people like he treats potlucks. Okay, and this can affect you in certain situations.
Yes.
For promotions, because if you have a boss that's a little bit of a professional hugger and they're appropriate about it, and you don't want to hug them, you don't want them touching you, that can create a little bit of a dynamic between you and your boss and who's going to be there that's going to be recommending you for promotions. I'm not saying you shouldn't do anything inappropriate, but you can create perceptions with individuals that make them not like you, even if it's for the appropriate reason. So, before you start becoming, antisocial and treating everyone like they're a potluck, read the room.
I got you, man. But if I see cat hair on your body, I'm not touching you.
Oh, no. I'm going to be the first one that's like, I'm going to have to run to my office and get my Benadryl. I'm like, I'm allergic.
I got brittle bones. I got brittle bone syndrome. Like, yeah, don't touch me.
I'm just going to tell him I just got off a cruise ship. 6 feet.
So we're running low on time. So I want to make sure we get through this real quick. Game 3, policy or privilege. A frontline employee yells at a coworker and receives corrective action.
What kind of corrective action?
Policy.
Verbal. Why are they yelling?
Verbal, written, final, whatever it is.
Why are they yelling? I need context.
I mean, depending on how the company addresses the situation and the words that they were used, I think it's within policy, because you have to. This is where it comes back on that one person that gets away with everything and everyone's scared to say something at them. It's like, if you don't nip it in the butt and address them for being a little bit of a douchebag on the line, and like, look, you can disagree with someone. You don't get to talk to them like a dog, and you don't get to yell at them like they're your child. This is a place of employment. This is not your house. You don't pay rent. Okay. You might pay child support through your check, but you don't pay rent.
Damn it.
No, I think I don't like that it says it's a frontline employee, because it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. No. But I will.
Before you do, go to the next scenario where it says a senior leader yells at a coworker and receives a quiet conversation with no follow.
Oh, well, but okay, but look,
the favoritism is going on here.
Exactly. This sounds like it's been written by a PhD. No, okay. Like, sometimes the yelling is appropriate. Like, there could be a stressful situation where both have elevated tones, and for a brief moment, just kind of have a little bit of moment, right? Like, no, don't do that. Come on, don't know, and then it goes away. I think that's not an intentional yell, but when you're like being an asshole about it, or you're like degrading someone or trying to assert dominance over them, absolutely corrective action. You should be talking to everyone without that. Now, scenario 2, the senior leader yells at a coworker. They should definitely get the same type of corrective action.
Sure, but we know how.
We know it doesn't.
In most,
it's not going to happen.
So, do we call that policy or privilege?
That's privilege, I think it's the privilege of the policy not being enforced.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, an employee violates purchasing rules and is disciplined. Would that go along with policy, or do you feel like that's privilege?
No, that's policy.
A policy. Policy.
Yeah. Good. Okay. An executive violates the same purchasing rule, and it's called a misunderstanding. Policy or privilege?
The privilege of not following the policy.
Yeah.
Can't stand you.
Okay. I mean, I hate that. It happens all the time.
A leader makes a mistake, owns it, follows the same process others would, and accepts accountability. What is that?
A good guy. Protect that one.
A good what?
A good leader.
That's right. A good leader. And
or gaslighter.
Speaking of the person who has 2 lighters and trying to light the house on fire.
I said gas.
Sorry. But it's rare. But there are some who do take ownership for all the things that they're doing.
That's a good leader. That's a good person. That's who you want to follow. That's who you
until that leader accepts the accountability, takes a verbal, and then turns around and fires you 3 months later for mentioning it to them.
Yeah.
Dang.
It happens. It
Who
happens.
hurt you, Jay?
I love that for you. Anyways, so before we close the Hunger Games, we need a cannon. In our arena, the cannon fires when receipts destroy a workplace myth. So here's what we're going to ask. Receipt number 1. Employee says, I was never told about the deadline. Is that canon or is it a workplace myth?
Canon.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. Email Monday, reminder Tuesday, calendar invite Wednesday.
I was going to say, it can't happen all the time. Like,
right.
It's the same person every time.
It's not like that one manager that gave out a general direction in a conversation with no clarification or timelines and then reprimanded everyone the next day for not doing it.
Not everyone. Not everyone.
I'm sorry, everyone but one person that got a 12-cent raise.
You're being generous. It was 11.
That's always the argument. Was it 11 or 12? We don't know.
No, it was 11 cents. 11 cents on the dot.
It was 11.2, so it was rounded down to 11.
Actually, I think it was 10.89 something, so I'm rounding it up to 11.
They were generous.
They were like, this man has been waiting for this all my life. But manager says, I have been coaching them for months. No notes, no email, no meeting invites, no follow-up, just vibes.
It did not happen.
This is where I pull my candle out and I turn it around, even though we can't light candles in my office due to policy, and I read the front of the candle that says, it smells like you didn't document it.
Jerk.
Smells like lies.
Employee says, I kept it confidential, but then there's a screenshot sent to the group chat named HR Drama.
I want to be part of that group chat.
Yeah, I do.
I feel like we've all been in that group chat. We just don't know it.
This is
separately or together.
It's my fear to write that in the wrong chat.
I will say that happens because at a previous employer where we used a in-house communication system where we could actually go and recall and see messages, happened all the time.
Okay, last one. Leader says we apply policy consistently. 3 staff write-ups, 1 executive learning conversation, quote unquote, and no documentation.
I would question that leader on what their definition of consistent means.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we hold it consistently, like every other hour, every other day, once a quarter.
So I think, I don't know, I have to pull your moment. I would get the candle, turn it over, says, smells like you're not consistent. All right, so ending the arena. Everyone, y'all have made it out. You've survived. Once again, this is Whose Lungs It Anyways type, where the points just don't matter. And so everyone got 1,000 points. Great job for y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Learning all this, talking about all this stuff, talking about how
I got 11 points.
No, it was 11.89 points.
Sorry. Continue, sir.
Yeah, there you go. So let's go around as what Big Llama likes to say is let's go around the horn. Let's start with Mama Mel and go give a shout out to some of the topics and things that we talked about. How would you coach or how would you do whatever it is? You go for it.
I think my parting words are going to be, if you don't know who the employee is that everyone is afraid of, it's you, my friend. You are the person.
Do your clock at whatever the fuck that is.
It smells like Febreze covered in a fart.
Sometimes I think
Mama
bad
Mo.
managers are like bad body odor. Sometimes you just don't smell it if it's you.
You know what? Whoever smelt it, dealt it.
That's what I'm saying.
I love that.
Jake from HR, you tell us what your parting thoughts are.
My parting thoughts, it's a combination between those that work in leadership and those that report to leadership, which is perception can be very deceiving just because you think you have a bad leader, while may be true in certain scenarios, doesn't always mean they can't be rehabilitated and become a great leader.
Okay. That's some good stuff right there. Yeah.
Period. No cap.
Like
No
cap.
No.
10 toes down.
Man, he slayed that. Okay, go ahead. So, Big Llama, tell us your parting thoughts.
Be mindful of where you put your hands. We talked about and this is not just because I don't like hugging or the physical touching, but I think, I think you have to be mindful of that. Like, honestly, like a lot of times it's my wife says this all the time, right? I trust you, I don't trust them. Right? So she says that a lot. So like, I would never do anything to step out of line or anything like that, but it's other people, right? It's when you allow them to get you out of your comforts, or allow them into your space, and that to me is a big deal. So don't hug people, don't be trying to pat them on the back. Yeah, you played football for years, pat them on the butt or whatever. Don't do that. It's not acceptable. Just handshakes, fist bumps, whatever. Keep that distance and keep that line. And that's the thing, we always blur that line between we think that we're friends and no, we are co-workers. We might be friendly, right? But we are still co-workers. So I'd never blur that line. So keep that going as my parting shot.
Good. I like that. Definitely keep your hands where they're supposed to be. Don't put
yes,
them
exactly.
on supposed to.
Unless you're a body talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about the glitter? We had glitter in the earlier episode.
Yeah. Keep your hands where we can see them.
Oh. Everybody on the podcast goes. But we see little man. Little man is here. Mama Mel's little sweet baby is here.
Got Mama Mel and Mama Mike.
Oh, just like a hug. Is that it?
Well,
So, in our parting thoughts for me, I think what I would say is these were great answers in how, from being HR blamed, from being the one that's HR has so many facets of what we have to deal with. What you heard tonight was just some of the minute amounts of things that we had to deal with. And every organization requires different of their HR. And so it may not be the same. And so they may require you to fire people. And that may not be the best place to work. But anyways, what I want to give parting this, be nice to your HR. Be respectful to your HR. And know that they're there to also help you, but they're also there for the organization. Because without the and people can argue this back and forth, but if it wasn't for the people, then you wouldn't have an organization. Well, if you didn't have the boss or the owner who started the organization, you wouldn't have the people. So it's kind of like one of those chickens or the egg. Which one came first? So of course the business came first. But anyways, so go ahead, Jake from HR. You go ahead and take it away with your little funny looks that you have there with your lighter.
I was just going to say the people did come before the business. They just weren't hired.
Touche.
So we're gonna close this out and reminding everybody until we call you into the office next time. Remember, we say this with much love. Don't be dramatic.
Bye.
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 Well, that's another episode of the Four Friends Trying to Figure Out HR. We didn't solve anything, but hey, at least we tried.
And by tried, we mean we laughed, we overshared, and we probably violated some HR guidelines ourselves.
But remember, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Don't take our advice. Seriously, don't.
And if your HR manager asks, you've never heard of us or this podcast.
Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, and join us the next time as we keep trying to figure out HR and fail spectacularly.
Now, go be productive, or at least pretend to be.
And tell your boss that I said hi.
Tell your mom I said hello.
Tell your daddy I said hey.
And remember, hate has no home here.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week again for a fresh round.